Welcome back to English Compass. What if the reason you are not fluent yet is not because you lack talent, not because you lack time, and not because you lack motivation? What if the reason is simply that you are trying to change too much, too fast? Think about your last English study plan. Maybe you wrote, "I will study for 2 hours every day." Maybe you downloaded 5 apps. Maybe you bought a thick grammar book. Maybe you promised yourself you would never miss a day. And for 3 days, you tried hard. On the fourth day, life happened. You were tired. You were busy. You skipped. Then you skipped again. Then you felt guilty. Then you stopped completely. This cycle is not your fault. It is a design problem. You are relying on motivation. And motivation is like a battery. It drains quickly. When you build a habit on motivation, it breaks the first time you feel tired. But there is a different way, a quieter way, a slower way. It does not require perfect discipline. It does not require long hours. It requires one simple idea. Make it so small that you cannot say no. This idea comes from a famous book called Atomic Habits. The author, James Clear, explains that tiny changes do not add up. They multiply. If you improve just 1% every day, you become 37 times better in 1 year. Not because you worked harder, because you worked smarter. Today, we will apply this exact method to English learning. You will learn how to design a routine that survives bad days. You will discover how to make practice automatic, not forced. You will see how small daily actions compound into real fluency, and you will get a clear, step-by-step framework to start tomorrow. You do not need more time. You do not need better materials. You need a better system. Before we begin, take a slow breath. Place your hand over your notebook. Say this out loud. I do not need to be perfect. I need to be consistent. I will start small. I will keep going. Good. Let's build your atomic habit. The myth of big goals and the power of tiny changes. Let's begin with a hard truth. Goals are not the problem, but relying on goals is. When you set a big goal like, I will become fluent in 6 months, your brain feels excited at first. But excitement fades quickly. Why? Because the big goals are far away. You cannot touch them today. You cannot measure them today. You can only measure the gap between where you are and where you want to be. And that gap feels heavy. James Clear explains it clearly. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. What is a system? A system is what you do every day. It is the small actions that repeat without thinking. If your goal is fluency, your system is listening for 10 minutes, speaking 3 sentences, writing 1 paragraph, reviewing 5 words. The goal is the direction. The system is the vehicle. Without a vehicle, direction means nothing. Many learners spend all their energy planning the destination. They buy courses, they make schedules, they watch videos about learning strategies. But they do not build the daily routine. They confuse planning with practicing. Atomic Habits fix this. They shift your focus from the future to the present, from the result to the process, from I want to speak fluently to I will speak for 2 minutes today. Let's look at the math. If you practice English for 10 minutes every day, that is 70 minutes a week, 300 minutes a month, 3,650 minutes a year. That is over 60 hours of focused practice, not in one weekend. Spread across every single day. This is how compound growth works. Think of a snowball. At the top of a hill, it is tiny. It looks useless. But as it rolls, it picks up more snow. It gets heavier. It moves faster. By the bottom, it is enormous. Your daily practice is the same. 10 minutes today feels small. 10 minutes tomorrow feels the same. But after 100 days, your brain has changed. Your ears catch rhythm. Your mouth moves smoothly. Your hesitation shrinks. You do not see the change daily, but it is happening beneath the surface. I remember a student who tried this method. He used to study for 3 hours on Sunday and 0 hours Monday through Saturday. He felt exhausted. He remembered nothing. Then he switched to 15 minutes daily. Just 15. He listened to a short podcast while making coffee. He repeated 3 phrases out loud. He wrote 1 sentence in a notebook. He did not track hours. He tracked days. After 3 months, his teacher noticed a difference. His pronunciation was clearer, his vocabulary was more natural, his confidence grew, not because he studied more, because he studied consistently. Vocabulary in context. Listen to these 5 phrases. They will anchor today's framework. Compound growth, small improvements that multiply over time through repetition system over goals, focusing on daily actions instead of distant results. Consistent routine, a repeated practice that becomes automatic, not forced surface change, visible progress that appears after invisible daily work. Motivation drain, the natural decrease in energy when relying on willpower alone. Repeat after me. Compound growth. System over goals. Consistent routine. Surface change. Motivation drain. Good. Keep these in mind. They explain why small habits outperform big plans. Grammar focus. Comparatives for habit design. Notice how I compare 2 approaches. 10 minutes daily is more effective than 3 hours weekly. Small actions are easier to maintain than large plans. A steady system creates faster results than a rushed goal. We use comparatives to show better choices. They help you explain your learning strategy clearly. Repeat after me. Daily practice is more reliable than weekend studying. Short sessions are easier than long marathons. Consistency is stronger than intensity. Perfect. You are practicing grammar that supports thoughtful decision-making. The 4 laws of behavior change applied to English. Now, let's look at the actual method. James Clear breaks habit formation into 4 simple laws. We will adapt each one for English learning. These laws are not theory. They are practical steps. You can apply them today. Law 1. Make it obvious. Your brain follows what it sees. If your English notebook is hidden in a drawer, you will forget it. If your headphones are buried under clothes, you will skip listening. You must design your environment to make practice visible. Place your notebook on your desk. Leave your textbook open. Set your phone alarm with the label English time. Put a sticky note on your mirror. Speak 3 sentences today. When the cue is obvious, the habit becomes automatic. You do not need willpower. You need visibility. Law 2. Make it attractive. Your brain moves toward pleasure, away from pain. If English feels like homework, you will avoid it. If it feels like enjoyment, you will seek it. Pair English with something you already love. Listen to English while drinking your favorite coffee. Watch a show you enjoy with English subtitles. Read topics you care about: travel, technology, cooking, sports. Join a friendly conversation group where people laugh and support each other. When practice feels rewarding, you return to it naturally. Attraction builds consistency. Law 3. Make it easy. Friction kills habits. The harder it is to start, the less likely you will begin. Reduce every barrier. Prepare materials the night before. Use a simple app. Choose short audio. Start with 2 minutes, not 20. 2. The 2-minute rule says, when you start a new habit, scale it down to 2 minutes. Read 1 page. Listen to 1 song. Speak 3 sentences. Do not aim for completion. Aim for starting. Once you begin, momentum carries you forward. But even if you stop at 2 minutes, you win. You protected the habit. You kept the chain alive. Law 4. Make it satisfying. Your brain repeats what feels good immediately. Long-term fluency is a delayed reward. You need immediate satisfaction to stay on track. Track your progress. Use a calendar. Put a check mark every day. The visual streak feels rewarding. Celebrate small wins. Say, I showed up today. Reward yourself with a short walk, a favorite snack, or 5 minutes of free time. Immediate satisfaction bridges the gap to long-term results. I once worked with a learner who struggled with consistency. She tried to study for 1 hour. She always failed. We applied the 4 laws. Obvious. She placed her notebook on her pillow every night. Attractive. She listened to English music while making breakfast. Easy. She started with 3 minutes of speaking. Satisfying. She marked a red check on her wall calendar. Within 6 weeks, she practiced daily without thinking. Not because she became more disciplined, because her system became smarter. Speaking practice, law application drill. Pause the video. Choose one law to apply today. Say your plan out loud. I will make it obvious by. I will make it attractive by. I will make it easy by. I will make it satisfying by. Example. I will make it obvious by leaving my notebook on the table. I will make it attractive by listening to my favorite podcast. I will make it easy by practicing for 2 minutes only. I will make it satisfying by marking my calendar. Speak it clearly. Mean it. Good. You are designing a habit that survives. Vocabulary in context. Environmental cue, a visual or physical trigger that reminds you to act habit pairing, linking a new behavior to an existing enjoyable activity. Friction reduction, removing obstacles that make starting difficult. Immediate reward, a small celebration that reinforces the habit right after practice. Momentum building, using small starts to create natural continuation. Repeat after me. Environmental cue. Habit pairing. Friction reduction. Immediate reward. Momentum building. You are replacing force with design. Grammar note. Modals for practical advice. Notice how I frame recommendations. You should place your materials in sight. You compare English with your favorite coffee. You must start with 2 minutes. You will feel more satisfied if you track your days. Modals express advice, possibility, necessity, and future results. They are perfect for habit-building frameworks. Repeat after me. I should prepare my notebook tonight. I can listen while I walk. I must keep my sessions short. I will celebrate every small win. Excellent. You are practicing language that guides action. Identity shift and the compound effect. The most powerful part of atomic habits is not what you do. It is who you believe you are. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. When you practice English for 2 minutes, you are not just learning words. You are casting a vote. You are saying, I am a person who practices English. When you skip, you cast a vote for someone who gives up easily. When you return the next day, you cast another vote for consistency. James Clear explains, true behavior change is identity change. You do not just want to speak English. You want to be an English speaker. You do not just want to read books. You want to be a reader. The goal is not the outcome. The goal is the person. Many learners struggle because their identity conflicts with their habit. They say, I am bad at languages. I'm too old to learn. I'm not a morning person. These statements are not facts. They are old stories. And stories shape behavior. If you believe you are bad at English, your brain will look for proof. It will notice mistakes. It will ignore progress. It will keep you small. But you can rewrite the story, not by lying to yourself, by proving it through action. Every time you practice, you collect evidence. After 10 days, you have 10 pieces of evidence. After 30 days, 30 pieces. Your brain updates its file. It changes the label from I am trying to I am practicing. Eventually, it becomes I am an English speaker. This shift removes pressure. You no longer study to prove something. You study because it is who you are. You speak not to impress, but because it is natural. You listen not to pass a test, but because you enjoy understanding. Identity-based habits are self-sustaining. They do not require motivation. They require alignment. There is one important warning. Progress is not linear. In the beginning, you will practice daily and see no change. Your listening feels the same. Your speaking feels slow. Your vocabulary feels small. This is called the plateau of latent potential. It feels like failure, but it is not. It is preparation. Think of an ice cube. You heat it from 25 degrees to 26. Nothing happens. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, still solid. Then 32, it melts. The last degree did not do all the work. All the previous degrees prepared it. Your practice is the same. Every day adds heat. You cannot see the melt, but it is coming. Trust the invisible work. I remember a learner who tracked his days for 90 days. He felt stuck at day 40. He wanted to quit, but he remembered the ice cube. He kept going. At day 70, something shifted. He understood a podcast without pausing. He answered a question without translating. He used a phrase naturally. The melt happened, not because of one day, because of 90. Speaking practice, identity affirmations. Pause the video, listen carefully, repeat exactly after me. Match the steady, calm tone. I am not just learning English, I am becoming an English speaker. Every practice session is a vote for my future self. I trust the invisible work. I trust the compound effect. Again, slower. Let the words settle. I am not just learning English, I am becoming an English speaker. Every practice session is a vote for my future self. I trust the invisible work. I trust the compound effect. Good. You are training your mind to align action with identity. Vocabulary in context. Identity-based habit, a routine that reinforces who you want to become, not just what you want to achieve. The behavioral evidence. Small actions that prove your self-image is changing. Latent potential, progress that exists but has not yet become visible. Self-sustaining routine, a practice that continues naturally because it matches your identity. Plateau phase, a period where effort feels wasted before the breakthrough arrives. Repeat after me, identity-based habit. Behavioral evidence, latent potential, self-sustaining routine. Plateau phase. You are building a learning identity, not just a study schedule. Grammar focus, present perfect for ongoing identity shift. Notice how I connect past actions to present identity. I have practiced for 30 days. I am building a new habit. She has cast many votes. She is becoming a consistent learner. They have collected evidence. They are changing their self-image. Present perfect shows that past actions continue to shape the present. It is perfect for tracking identity growth. Repeat after me. I have shown up daily. I am becoming a disciplined learner. My brain has updated its beliefs. I am gaining confidence. We have built a system. We are living our new routine. Perfect. You are practicing grammar that celebrates ongoing transformation. Your atomic habits daily framework. Inspiration becomes transformation through routine. Here is your 4-step atomic habits framework. It applies the science of tiny changes to your daily English practice. It is simple. It is adaptable. It works for listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Step 1. The visible cue. Make it obvious. Prepare your environment tonight. Place your notebook on your pillow. Open your English app on your phone screen. Leave your headphones on your desk. Set a gentle alarm with the label, Atomic English Time. When you wake up or begin your routine, the cue is already there. No decision needed, just action. Step 2. The pleasure pair. Make it attractive. Link practice to something you enjoy. Listen to English while drinking tea, read while sitting in your favorite chair, speak while walking outside. Choose content that interests you, stories, news, music, travel. When practice feels good, you return without force. Attraction replaces discipline. Step 3. The 2-minute start. Make it easy. Begin with the smallest possible version. Not 1 hour, 2 minutes. Read 1 paragraph. Listen to 1 minute of audio. Speak 3 sentences. Write 2 lines. Do not aim for completion. Aim for starting. Once you begin, you may continue. But even if you stop at 2 minutes, you win. You protected the habit. You kept the chain alive. Step 4. The visual reward. Make it satisfying. Track every day on a calendar or app. Use a simple check mark. Do not break the chain. When you complete your session, celebrate immediately. Say, I showed up. Take a deep breath. Smile. The visual streak and small celebration create immediate satisfaction. This bridges the gap to long-term fluency. Total time, 2 to 15 minutes daily. Flexible, sustainable, consistent. This framework replaces pressure with presence. It builds fluency through tiny votes, not grand promises. Daily template practice. Pause the video. Fill this template out loud. My cue is, I will pair it with, my 2-minute start is, my reward is. Example, my cue is my notebook on the table. I will pair it with my morning coffee. My 2-minute start is reading one paragraph. My reward is marking my calendar and smiling. Say it twice. Clear, committed, realistic. Grammar focus, future with will and going to for habit planning. Notice how I frame commitments. I will place my notebook tonight. I'm going to start with 2 minutes. I will track my progress daily. Will expresses strong determination. Going to shows planned intention. Both strengthen your resolve. Repeat after me. I will prepare my environment before bed. I'm going to pair practice with my favorite routine. I will protect my daily chain. Excellent. You are programming your mind for consistent execution. Your 21-day atomic challenge. You do not need to study harder. You need to study smarter. You do not need more motivation. You need better design. You do not need to be perfect. You need to be present. Atomic habits are not about massive effort. They are about tiny, repeated actions. 2 minutes, 1 paragraph, 3 sentences, 1 check mark, every day. They compound quietly. They build beneath the surface. They change your identity slowly. And then, one day, they become undeniable. Start today. Make it obvious. Make it attractive. Make it easy. Make it satisfying. Protect your chain. Trust the invisible work. Let your English practice become a quiet vote for the person you are becoming. I invite you to a 21-day challenge. Follow the Atomic Habits framework. Set your cue. Pair your pleasure. Start small. Track daily. Celebrate consistently. Notice the hesitation shrink. Notice the routine grow. Notice English become a natural part of your life, not a stressful task. When you are ready, comment below. Day 1. I start small. I stay consistent. I trust the compound effect. I am becoming an English speaker. I will read every comment. I will reply to your journey. This channel is not just for learners, it is for habit builders. And you are building something lasting. Subscribe to English Compass for more stories, graded listening practice, and step-by-step fluency systems. Turn on notifications. Your next breakthrough is not in a longer study session, it is in your next tiny win. Before you go, place your hand over your heart. Repeat this final line with me. I do not chase perfection. I build consistency. I start small. I keep going. My progress is compound. My identity is clear. See you tomorrow. Keep showing up. Keep casting votes. Keep growing. The small steps are yours.